Welcome, Professor.
Cerebros.
Sounds like a pirate
Oh,
ship.
that noise is the worst. It's like the worst ASMR. Joe does that. You hear him doing that? He just because he can't let fun be fun.
I'm having
He's a
lots
stealer of
fun.
my own fun.
I feel like with every episode of this podcast, more and more of 10-year-old Joe is invoking his body,
Yeah.
and he's slowly he's devolving back.
I'm
into,
at a point in my
into
life-
the young wolf.
Such a joyless point in my life that I'm reverting to
Wait,
the
what if
purest pleasure I've ever known.
What have we done of just bearing Greg's toys?
This is like the summoning. You've summoned.
Do you know who'd be a good
We've
guest?
summoned the
Who?
wolf.
You know, it's funny. We were talking about guests, but you know who were guests we might need to bring at some point?
Oh,
Monica.
that's
We
fucking
might
nightmare.
bring Monica or Dad. Never the Dale.
Oh yeah.
Never. No,
Never
that's
the
too
Dale?
much.
That'd
That's
be-
too much energy.
It's
That's
too
too much
much.
BDE.
I would revert. I would revert into like
Too
then
much.
we-
I'd shut down. I would just go.
yeah, whatever, Mom. Okay. George,
George.
our stepdad.
We should have a picture of the Dale here, but like as what is it?
A paint. I have a
the
painting of her riding a
from, like-
mountain lion.
like a military outfit, like
or,
general.
or like from Ghostbusters, where it was like only
Oh, Vigo.
Zool or
Vigo.
Yeah.
He's Vigo.
He's Vigo. Why are you a cane?
Why are you Cape?
Welcome to the Cerebros.
Yes.
The Wolf,
Yes.
Jose, Greg, you get it. We're here.
The gang's
Thanks for
here.
checking
Gang's here.
in.
We did
Same
it.
old shit.
Big question. I like to ask my question. Joe, I'll start with you.
Boom.
Who's your favorite Muppet? I know who it is, but actually, let me see. I'm going to say it to Jose, and then let's see if I'm right. Jose, you're not looking at me. Were you touching
am.
wires?
I am. Okay, great.
Did you hear that?
I did.
Who's your favorite Muppet of all time?
Animal.
Well, of course.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
We are in sync.
it's animal, but as I've gotten older, I've realized it's always secretly been Kermit.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you
Who's my
love white meat
favorite?
baby faces.
I'm going to say it. Who's my favorite?
Miss Piggy.
Don't
bitch.
you dare. Come on. Why would you even do that? We're having a good time. We're having a good time, and you do that. I wanted to show off how well we know each other.
Okay.
Who's my favorite Muppet?
Fozzie.
What?
I don't know. Who's
He
your
was number
favorite
2, Kermit. I was always a
Kermit,
Kermit
you were-
guy.
yeah,
I was always the leader. I always loved the leader and the guy who is always good.
Muppet? He did. Yeah, he
Oh,
always
so-
liked the leader because he led nothing.
I led
There we
them.
Right.
I love the guy who was like, right is right. You know, and I don't know
Oh, so
why.
Cyclops. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I didn't like Cyclops as a kid.
Uh-huh.
And I also didn't like Captain America as a kid.
And as you grew up, you found out.
And as I got older, Cyclops is the fucking man.
Yeah.
I love Cyclops. As a kid, X-Men, it was Cable. Cable was my favorite.
He was
What
a
about
big
Muppets?
cable guy.
I had every Cable X-Men figure.
He was a big
love Cable.
cable guy.
It's
Cable
funny 'cause
was
our
also
house-
a big guy. The original
True.
Cables were like
6'7".
all shoulders.
Very tiny feet, though.
Yeah.
Remember?
Rob
Yeah.
Layfield.
Lots of pouches.
Son of a bitch.
But that's not what we're talking about today.
Damn
We will
right.
get an X-Men at some point
At some point.
because you know I love X-Men.
You
That'll
know.
probably be the next one.
Because our podcast name
X-Men
Cerebros.
toys were my biggest.
Yeah.
It was the favorite thing I've ever had in my life. And I still have them. That's why I still collect
course.
them. But we're
But
getting
Muppets.
into Muppets, Jim Henson.
Jim Henson.
Your favorite 3 Muppets. Go with your top 5 Muppets.
My top 5 Muppets.
Top 12 Muppets.
Of any Muppet movie. Of
Oh.
anything Jim Henson created, most influential for you.
Shit.
Can I go? Maybe I'll go
You
first.
go. You go. There's that's big, man.
Kermit,
Yeah.
Fozzie,
Yeah.
Yoda.
Yoda doesn't.
You
count.
count him?
I'm not counting Yoda.
I'm saying, are we counting them?
That's Frank Oz's voice. Frank Oz's voice
But the
does
Jim
not
Henson
a
pe-
Muppet make.
But they built Yoda in the Jim Henson studio.
Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to believe that.
Well,
no one knows anything really.
Listen, no one's a bigger
What are
Yoda guy
facts?
than me.
Yeah, but that's wanted to throw
No
that out
one's,
there.
and,
Yoda,
and I'm a Henson guy.
I think Yoda counts. We're a very big Henson house.
We were.
House
I like to keep it a top 3. So I'm going to go Fozzie.
Oh, so Fozzie's number 1 again.
No,
so
no,
Joey was
Kermit,
right.
Fozzie, Gobo. That's my top 3.
Oh, I love a good Fraggle.
No, maybe it wasn't Gobo. Gobo wasn't my favorite. It was
Boober.
Wembley.
Wembley.
Wembley was my favorite. He was
Because
very
you
nervous.
actually were Wembley.
Yes, he probably was the one. Wembley from Fraggle Rock. Wore a Hawaiian shirt similar to Chuckles from G.I. Joe. I think that guy had guns.
And it goes back to Chip and Dale. Dale also had a Hawaiian shirt on.
Dale did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of party
This
time.
is weird
Why is that weird?
because we're just figuring out this Hawaiian shirt thing with you.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't love Chip and Dale that much. I loved Chip and Dale the cartoon. It was fine, but
you love the shirt.
I didn't really love a Hawaiian shirt. I mean, I guess I did. I just like Wembley because he was nervous and he was very much like how I am now, and maybe like how I was then.
This is just very psychoanalytical.
Who are your favorite Muppets? And Dr. Teeth. I don't know, man. I love
Dr.
Dr.
Teeth was a little scary, but in a good way.
That guy was. They should have done a fucking Electric Mayhem movie behind the music. Who are your
Yeah.
favorite Muppets? Did you grow up in Muppets?
Yeah, a little bit. Chef. The Swedish Chef.
The Swedish Chef.
Huge fan. Swedish Chef. Just spoke gibberish. It was great.
Booty.
And then the two
like
old
a
guys.
weird Indian guy.
Two old guys.
Why am I blanking on the old guys'
What are
names?
the old
Joe,
guys?
what are the old
Joey,
guys' names?
Old guys.
Oh,
Misfit
Statler and
Waldorf.
Waldorf.
Waldorf. Yeah, those two.
Yeah.
Who were? I mean, did they come before the two guys from? Was it Trading Places?
Were they based on them? Maybe.
They were absolutely.
No, the
they
Muppet
had to
Show
be.
was before Trading Places.
So Trading Places, the two guys from there are probably based on the Muppets.
Loosely, yeah.
Maybe.
Because I always associated them. In my,
Talk
like,
more into the microphone.
in my like childish brain, I always assumed because I had seen Trading Places as a kid, and
Yeah.
I also saw these two. I always assumed that one of them was a goof on the other. One of them was
yeah.
a satire of the
No,
other.
the
but
Muppet Show was had Blondie on it. You know, like
Yeah.
the Muppet Show
Yeah.
was fucking.
That was your
had
shit.
celebrities.
You got me into
dude,
the classic
I fucking
Muppet
loved
Show.
that show.
The classic Muppet Show is the best.
The best thing I ever did was I got the tapes of all the seasons. I got the VHS
Yeah.
at some point, like dirt cheap. Dude, I remember like rewatching them. Like Alice Cooper was on one of the fucking episodes.
Yeah.
that was and friggin' Vincent Price.
Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you know who my favorite guy on the Muppet Show was?
Who's that?
Sam the Eagle.
Hard.
I love Sam the
He
Eagle.
was so funny.
So earnest. What
Yeah.
are you doing? Yeah, I don't remember. I can't do it. I love Sam
that was
the Eagle.
just
You know what?
Jeffrey Tambor. That's what it just reminds me
Yeah.
of. He would be perfect.
You know what
Yeah.
I loved? I loved the Count.
Yeah,
well,
Count is
listen.
great.
My number one favorite Muppet, and I hate. I mean, it sucks. I gotta just blow up my own spot. I'm Grover. I'm a Grover guy.
Yo, but it's
Grover's
hard.
so
I
good,
love
dog.
Grover, man.
Grover.
Grover,
I loved Grover growing up.
Super Grover.
Super Grover's the best.
What?
Dude, I have a painting, an Alex Ross Super Grover.
I remember that
Oh, that one's beautiful.
hard.
It's like the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That Super Grover.
I bought a Super Grover stuffed animal with like hard armor as an adult.
Really?
Yeah,
I would
like,
buy
had
that
it. I don't
right
know what the
now.
hell happened to that shit.
When did you buy it?
Well, I had to be in my 30s.
I wanted to fuck the Fraggle Rock chicks. That old lady.
Jesus
Is that
Christ.
weird?
Mopey, was it?
was
Or
like-
Mope?
Mopey was the sad guy with the hat. He had like the bass player hat.
No, that was Boober.
Boober?
Boober.
Who was like, oh no.
Moki.
Moki.
Moki was the dopey art teacher bitch.
Yeah.
Red
Red
was
was
the
a
Red was the
fox.
slut. Oh,
She was a dirty girl.
she was a little piglet. And I
Oh.
wanted all of it.
What they
Oh.
Fraggles were. They would just fucking go through.
That was the thing. It wasn't like physically that was attractive. It was just how they carried themselves and
Yeah.
made you want to put it in.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Like
Did she
red-
also have a Hawaiian shirt on?
No, she had like a red turtleneck and no pants at any point.
Because why?
Mm.
If you're gonna take them off anyway.
Because when you're moving that fast, you ain't got no time for pants.
oh no, man.
Plus, you got like a whole hand up your fucking
Up your-
to make the. You know how that's
The
puppets work.
Doozers.
Doozers were hard.
They were just. Remember that one episode where they were like. It was one of my favorite episodes of Fraggle Rock because the Fraggles would destroy all of the Doozers' buildings and
They'd eat it.
and eat it.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Why are you doing this? It's mean." So I think Moki made everyone go vegan and was like, "No one eats the Doozers' things anymore." And they built too much.
Yeah.
And it got out of control and like
Teaching you about the circle of life.
They were teaching you about the circle of life. It was like, now they got the Fraggles got to eat this,
Yeah.
or else the Doozers can't. They have to stop building,
Right.
And they get sad, and they're so cute.
And
I
the
would-
Doozers were like bummed. They're like, we want to build more shit, but you guys are no longer eating our shit.
yes, you're slacking.
Yeah.
The Doozers would build this construction stuff. I don't know, it was awesome. Do you remember Fraggle Rock, Jose?
I wasn't big on Fraggle Rock.
Oh, I
That's
love
my Jim Henson blind spot.
Fun fact about Fraggle Rock. Remember, it was on HBO.
HBO.
Yeah.
HBO was bringing in Fraggle Rock.
And we didn't have HBO, so we had to like watch it secondhand or when we went to grandma's house.
Yeah,
Because
we-
that was back when the cable was not a
box.
remote. It was like a little brown thing with like a wood panel sticker.
that click,
And you would click up to 3 on a like a dial on the side, and then there was buttons. So you'd have like 3 things. So you would go all the way to the top, and then all the buttons, and then you go to the middle, and then all the buttons. And it was plugged into the fucking TV.
Yeah. But the click sound on it.
You don't know about that HBO. You drop in on the town. You get amped the fuck up.
hard. Yeah, that was great.
You got amped up. You're like, oh, this is gonna be
HBO
great.
has got some shit. coming
HBO
out.
had some shit going on because there was nothing else.
They have always HBO, man. HBO still is like the place to be to just
For
put
original
good
content.
shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
Just
their
everything,
comedy
yeah.
specials are always good.
Everything,
They do
yeah.
like one a year. They put on great TV.
Yep.
Um,
Even their original shows now.
I got
and
like 4 scripts with them, so we really
yeah, man. Fraggle Rock on
Fraggle, though.
HBO. That's like baller. It's like, hey, man, we do murder shows, crazy things, but also we'll do one of the best kids shows ever made. It's crazy.
ever made. And there was some
ever made.
legit scary shit on Fraggle Rock.
Was there?
Oh yeah, they had some shit where there was like this like traveling group, and there was this guy who was like a toad guy, and he was kind of fucking. I remember being scared of that
On
dude.
Fraggle Rock?
Oh yeah, because
What are you
dude,
talking about?
they would go down to
Traveling Dan? Like his uncle was like traveling.
Uncle Traveling Matt,
Traveling Matt.
plebeian.
Traveling Matt, yeah.
Yeah, no. This was like there was times when like they would like go into the tunnels, and then they would go far into the tunnels, and
Oh,
shit got real weird.
They had the garbage man woman who
Well, the
would-
trash heap.
the trash
She
heap
lived
would do-
behind the gorgs.
Yes.
With the 2 little weird rats. But she was down. Like she would impart wisdom.
Yeah, but you had to get past the gourds
You had
to
to
see
sneak
her.
past the gorgs to see what's good.
And the gourds, they were horny for that Fraggle blood.
They wanted it, but they never got it.
No, thank God.
Except in the opening, in the soft open, like the gory, you grab it and he goes, ah, and then what happens? He throws it.
Gets
And he like sky hooks it, and then like flies all the way through the air, hits the hole, and goes right into the pond in the center, the town village center of Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
Right? I remember that
I
correctly.
don't
You
think
know I
so.
fuck. What am I talking? Of course it is.
I,
You nailed it.
I
That's
trust you, but
Nailed
I
it.
have to trust you.
Dun, 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 dun. You get amped.
Dun, dun, bam, 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 bam,
Fuck yeah. The
Dude,
Gorgs.
let me tell you something about one of the most underrated things in Jim Henson was their fucking love of great music.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Go back, rewatch the first Muppet movie. The music it was like written by John Denver. Muppet Movie 1, the first Muppet movie.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Boom, boom.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the music is
There was like
unbelievable.
original fucking tracks on all of that shit, and it was all fire.
Yeah. Okay, what was
Well,
it?
that was like the first time it was like a total package production. Like it was not just like, oh, they had good animation. No, it was like they understood that there was more parts to the animation than just
Yes.
the Muppets. It was like the like
you
want
want to see me pull some emotions right out of my brother right now?
Don't do it.
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna do
do.
it right now. I'm gonna go.
He keeps on teasing he's gonna cry one of these episodes. I want it to happen.
Bum bum bam bum bam bum 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 bam.
Yeah.
Bum bum bam bum bam bum bam bum bam.
Yeah. I know.
That's all. That's all I'm gonna do.
Don't do it. You
That's all I'm
can't.
gonna do. I can't. You can't see the darkness. You can't put any light into the darkness.
light into the darkness.
It's
Because
a
I double-
supernova.
I doubled down with double evil.
Of course he did. Yeah.
Now someone
That'll be
has to
bringing
die.
no pain upon myself.
It goes outside, kills a kid.
We're not connecting no rainbows today.
Dude, Rainbow Connection.
It's one of the greatest works of anything ever written.
That's one of the most heart-wrenching,
Yep.
amazing. For me, it's that Time After Time, Cyndi Lauper.
There's a lot of parallels between the two
break my
tracks.
heart. It will break my heart.
Yeah.
What was your favorite Henson movie? Of all the movies.
You know what? It's fucking hard because Labyrinth and Dark Crystal are like so. Because
I want you to pick between Labyrinth and Dark Crystal.
I can't, man. It's two different things. Because it's like I love Dark Crystal. Everything about Dark Crystal, it's fucking dark and it's fucking weird. And it's weird animals and there's fantasy. There's like they torture the animals with like the laser beam sucking out everything. But Labyrinth has David fucking Bowie.
Yeah.
So I got a lot going on.
The Labyrinth fucked me up because it had those goddamn fucking those guys who would rip their heads off.
Oh, yeah.
Who were cute, but then also were terrifying.
What
and
the
I
hell
didn't
were they
know how
called?
to do that. They were do you remember the Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Labyrinth, they would have those guys. They were like, hey, they were like, we're gonna rip your head off for fun.
We gonna take your head off.
And I was like, yo,
You
who
can
are
only
these
throw
guys?
your own head.
Yeah. And then I love that little guy who's like a little Scottish terrier. He would ride on another dog. And he was like, you can't get through here.
Yeah, the guy, it was like a dog riding a dog, but he was like
That's
kind
fun.
of like a Don Quixote type, but he was very brave.
Also,
Then Ludo was the shit.
who's Ludo? The big guy.
The big furry
with-
guy.
yeah, the
He's
billion
one of my
rocks.
favorite Muppets. of
I
all
mean,
time.
he's very similar to Chewie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chewbacca?
that's the back.
It's Chewbacca. Hey, good seeing you there, old
Chewex.
What were the name of those fucking?
You can't Google these things because when you Google
Fireys? Are you talking about the Fireys? Is this them?
Joe, right there. Look,
Right here?
Fireys.
Is it the Fireys?
You can't Google
Yeah.
things because when
The
you Google
Fireys.
things, we lose you
Oh, right. Okay.
completely. That's why
Yeah,
we
the
need
Fireys, that was one of the most fucked up scenes. But you know what? If you watched the old Muppet Show, Jim Henson would bring in these like crazy puppeteers from like Europe.
Yeah.
And it was like before the Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
Like the weirdest fucking shit. Like I remember Jim Henson used to do some shit where like these guys would come out and they'd be wearing like tights.
Yeah.
And then you'd have a mask. And they'd be like dancing around these weird ass masks, but then the mask was made of clay, so they would start like moving and molding their face.
Yeah.
It
Weird.
was fucked up.
Yeah.
But then you're watching Labyrinth, and then what's her name? Who's that? What was that dime ass?
Connolly. Yeah.
Oh
Jennifer
my.
Connelly.
Oh.
Jennifer
Connelly, yeah.
Connelly.
She was
Connell-
fucking-
Connolly.
Oh God.
Yeah,
So
an
there's
angel.
that
Beautiful.
scene. She's falling down that tunnel with all the fucking hands.
Yeah.
And the
Oh,
hands
yeah.
are grabbing her, and then the hands are like doing into faces. Those guys were on the Muppet Show doing that shit.
Freaking kids out.
Yeah, just being fucked up because Jim Henson, they were all just dirty hippies. They were tripping balls
Oh
the
my
whole
God,
time.
yeah.
Fucking awesome.
It was
man.
like, yeah, we're gonna teach you to count. Also, here's a nightmare. Here's faces out of hands. It's like,
yeah.
what?
That was
she
always
falls through
creepy.
that pit. Sorry, go
And
ahead.
they're like
No,
just
I'm just saying-
grabbing her and like, oh,
Notorious for like.
I don't get cast as one of those hands.
let's-
Come here, Jim.
Well, Joey Weinstein in the house.
Woo!
But yeah, it was notorious for like bringing you. I would always be like interested. Oh,
Into the
that's cool.
microphone.
Let's watch. Thank you. Let's watch this. This is cool. This is interesting. And then creepy thing would happen, and I'll go. I can't watch this anymore for like
It's
a week.
like it was twisted.
and I would come back eventually, but it was always like they would straddle that line of oh,
Dark
this is
Crystal-
cool, and then creepy.
Exclusive information here that I don't give to many people. Dark Crystal, I tell everyone I love, but the truth is I don't remember much of it because I was so scared of it when I was young. Whereas Labyrinth only had that one scene that freaked me out.
The hands.
No, not the hands. The hands I was okay with.
Fireys,
The Fireys fucked me up. So I would just close my
This
eyes
is
for that.
fucked up.
But
Because there was a scene I remember so clearly in the Muppet Show, like before they did green screen.
yeah,
There were like dudes, and there would be puppets on their hands and on their head
But
and
they'd
on
be
their
wearing all
feet,
black.
and they were all wearing all black against a black thing, and it would just like dance around, and that's all the shit. Like that's like Jim Henson was like he was into like puppetry, like that.
no, some other level.
On
That guy
some
loved
other
what he
shit,
did.
like any weird ass fucking
Yeah.
foreign place, he had like these like weird European circus dudes and doing all this shit.
Yeah.
And I remember it so clearly because I loved the fucking Muppet Show. Then I'd watch Labyrinth and Dark Crystal. I'm like, oh, I remember that. I know
Yeah.
where that's from. That's some fucking whacked out fucking Parisian.
It's crazy they never did a Jim Henson documentary or movie.
I'm sure there's got to be one.
How
There's
is
got to
there
be a
none?
documentary.
What?
There's got to be a documentary.
There's got to be a
But like, there's,
documentary.
I mean, you have to have done a Jim Henson movie.
or
And have
something.
Jim Carrey play Jim Henson.
Right now, we're doing all of these like
You know, people
biopics.
that shit is so underrated. Like
Jim Henson is an
in that
angel.
scene at the very end of Labyrinth, when they finally get into the end of the labyrinth,
Mm-hmm.
and the goblins are chasing them. They had these fucking dudes where it was like they were the little puppets, but they were riding these like dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs were like pants. So the puppeteer's legs were the dinosaur's
That's
legs,
awesome.
and they're working the fucking goblin at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
And then the other arm was always holding like a spear or something.
Yeah.
But you don't even see that shit.
Yeah.
But one of the coolest fucking things from Labyrinth that I remember was they had the big wall to the outside of the city.
Yeah.
And the gate had two doors. And then the doors closed, and
Oh.
both sides of the doors were two sides of a giant fucking golem, like a robot armor. So when the
Yes.
doors closed, the two pieces came together, and then the
yeah.
big thing came out, and it was like, I don't remember if it was like a dude in a suit or like a marionette, because it shook and like the armor would move.
barely remember that.
Oh, it was fun. And like remember
the
thinking
knockers. Well, there was like knockers that you had to.
that
like,
was they were the door
they were
guys.
door
they were
knockers,
like annoying.
Which
or
even
something.
that was cool.
Choose right.
There's so much crazy
And
shit.
also, the whole movie was about getting back a kidnapped baby.
It wasn't kidnapped. She gave the baby up
Yeah.
She gave the baby
She
up
gave
because
it
she was
up.
reading a
She was
reading a
jealous.
book
Yeah.
about like where she's over the baby, she gives it up, and the Goblin King comes and takes it. So her little brother Toby's crying, And
was
she
sick
goes
and
like this.
crying,
She
right?
says the thing from the book.
Yep.
David Bowie shows up and goes, all right, I'll take this fucking kid and turn him into a little fucking
I'll
goblin.
take
Turns out
this
that book was a-
baby. Yeah.
I'll take your baby.
When he's like, yeah, he's
give it to me. I'm David Bowie.
very good.
That's,
When he's twirling like the glass balls.
Yeah.
and-
I love to lick a little baby.
Why was he a human hanging out with all those monsters? Who was his
those
story?
were babies.
yeah.
Former babies
babies?
that got turned into a goblin. That was the thing. At midnight, they turn, or some shit like that with the clock.
He was the first night
But
king.
didn't the clock do like 13? Didn't the clock go to 13?
Something
Or
like
some
that.
shit like that?
But that's crazy that they're like, hey, Jim, or whoever, we want you to write us a kid's story. What do you got? And he goes, how about babies? How about nightmare fuel? How about the scariest shit you're ever going to hear? Babies that turn into goblins, and it's a kidnapping story, and when
Yeah.
we do all puppets, it's like,
They're like, no. It goes, David Bowie's in. It goes, all right, fuck it, let's make it.
Yeah.
no, but they were just putting out scary fucking shit.
It was almost like he would make something and be like, oh, wow, you guys thought this was funny? No, this was supposed to be really, this is a horror.
And then
Well, you guys are showing this to kids? What are you guys doing? Yeah. Like,
the treatment you sent us was with Kermit. We thought we were getting Kermit.
Yeah.
You sent us, I don't know, the Holocaust movie.
yeah.
They're like, so there's no spelling in this. We're not. There are no numbers at
No
all.
favorite number?
No.
Will
All right.
Gordon be showing? No, Gordon's not in this one.
No.
No, unless his head comes off and starts dancing around the screen.
But
Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy how dark some of that stuff was.
yo, Dark Crystal, the ogre, remember her? She like took her fucking eye out and like would like roll it and people would go see. Remember Ogre?
Did they do? No, sorry, but did Henson do Wizard of Oz 2? Did they do Return to Oz? Because that was also.
I wouldn't be surprised because the fucking Wheelers were scary as
Yeah.
fuck.
Did you ever see Return to Oz, Jose?
Also, a young Firuza Balk.
Imagine yourself seeing Wizard of Oz.
Wow, that was one of my first serious hard-ons.
Okay.
Firuza Balk.
Oh,
Oh,
dude, Wizard of Oz is such this great movie, and then Return to Oz is this horrifying jack-o'-lantern fighting like for his life.
Yeah.
With I don't even remember.
And he calls
the
Dorothy
Wheelers.
Mom. The Wheelers were
oh
like
my
these
God.
clowns with like wheels for hands, but they were real. They were like wheeling around and just screaming, and they would like have a face on the top of their head.
She
was
played
in this?
Dorothy. Firuza Balk played
As
Dorothy.
a baby. Firuza Balk, they took her to like
She was
a
great.
This
She
is
was in The
her.
Craft?
This is at the end when there she is. This is her. As
Oh, my God. As a kid.
Yeah, but
as
she was also
Dorothy.
terrifying
That actually
little
might be
girl.
younger. I was so into her.
Firuza Balk was great
I'm
in
still-
The
she's-
Craft.
You were into her when you were 12, but you were
She's-
also you
she's-
were 9. She was 12.
She still
So
looks
you're still
fucked up.
you're still punching up.
Yeah,
She still looks like fucked up, and I think that's my deal.
yeah. She was like the first hot topic.
Oh,
Well,
God,
she was in
yeah.
The Craft. The Craft was like the first like witch movie.
There she
Yeah.
is. Look, she was a fucking baby in that movie.
I forgot her being this young.
Wow.
I think
Yeah,
you're
the
right.
Tin
I think
Man-
those might be Muppets. I think
Yeah.
that might be Henson who did that shit.
That Tin Man was like a. He was like this.
Yeah, look at
cannon.
fucking Scarecrow. It's a fucking. It's like
Scarecrow was horrifying.
yeah. They tried so hard to make him
did you-
cute.
Hey, I'm gonna go see Wizard of Oz 2. What did you make?
There they
us?
are, the fucking Wheelers. The Wheelers are fucking nightmare fuel.
Dude, also they never did a new Wizard of Oz movie. I would think they would have. Oh, they did. They did a part 3. But this was
The lion was just a fucking lion.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a dancing like it's my courage.
Speaking of Lion, do you remember the Jim Henson show?
Absolutely, Jim Henson presents.
Jim Henson Presents, where it was like short stories.
Yeah, and they
Meant
had
to
one with like
rattle your soul.
little like devil, fucking like flying devil. There was all kinds of twisted shit in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Jim Henson, I
Came out
think,
like 9
actually
PM.
hated kids.
More of the things he did more horrifying things than cute fun things.
Yeah, I think that was the big
So we got the Muppets, Fraggle Rock.
My current state
Wait, hang on a
right
second.
now,
Yeah.
as I look back on the shit that I really like consumed as like seminal structural things for my like youth, it makes perfect fucking sense. The Muppets were a fucking literal nightmare.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like originally, like you get in with the Muppets, you're like, hey, this is fucking cute. And like, oh yeah, there's Alice Cooper, there's Vincent Price, cool. Next thing you know, you're watching Labyrinth
Yeah.
and the Dark Crystal, and you're just fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to do some math on the Muppets. I bet you he has more horrifying things than cute things.
Yeah.
Fraggle Rock, Muppets, Sesame Street, 1, 2,
Sesame
3,
Street, so
right?
good.
What
Well,
other
he was
cute ones
he was
did he
paying
do?
for his creepy stuff
Yeah,
with the
but then
kid
you
stuff.
have Labyrinth, Dark Crystal. I think Return to Oz. I want to say Return to Oz. What other fucking that Jim Henson Presents?
There was a lot of sketchball shit in Jim Henson Presents.
There was a lot of
Yo,
bad trips.
remember the fucking the Gnome King?
Yeah, it's
He was like they killed him. He was like a big rock monster in Return to Oz. And
Tell
that-
me about him. So also, if I don't remember, then they don't remember.
He was
so
like a
let them
big
know.
rock head monster who had turned her old Wizard of Oz 1 crew into little green knickknacks, and they kill him with an egg. Remember that? Like, that's his
Don't really
poison.
remember.
That's him. But
Yeah.
he gets mad when she figures out.
Figures out what?
They say, all right, you can go into this fucking room of like tchotchkes and shit.
Yeah.
And if you put your hand on something and say Oz, if that tchotchke is
comes
them,
life.
they'll come back to life. Eventually, they figure out that it's the green ones because they're from the Emerald City.
Oh, okay.
All right? He gets fucking pissed. Like, there he is.
The Gnome King gets pissed.
He's mad,
Yeah.
right? So he's like, fuck this.
Smoking a pipe.
Yeah, smoke.
Yeah.
Well, they
Getting
were
hot.
all smoking a fucking pipe. on that
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
night.
So
He
keep telling
turns
me, I don't
into
remember.
a huge, like, claymation head, and he's, like, screaming, and he's got fire, and he's picking them up, like, his fingers and dropping them in, but all of a sudden, because she's got the little rooster with her in the basket, right?
Yeah. She has a
And
rooster?
it's not a rooster, it's a
She doesn't
chicken.
have Toto. She's a chicken.
No, she got a chicken, and he puts it up, and the chicken lays an egg, and the whole thing was the chicken wouldn't lay eggs or some shit. The egg is poison for the Gnome King and kills him, but then he dies in this horrific screaming, like it's horrifying.
I barely
So
remember.
creepy.
What happened to Toto in Return to Oz?
Toto
is just a Falcor.
No. Because when they take her to the mental hospital, it starts off. She's telling everybody about
She's in
Oz.
a mental hospital?
The fucking no.
I don't really remember as much as I thought
2
I did.
minutes into Return to Oz, they got her hooked up to a fucking like electrocution machine to her
What?
fucking head because she's telling everyone about Oz, and they're like, "Sweetheart, you're fucking crazy." So they show her this machine that looks like a face,
Yeah.
but it's electroshock therapy. They're gonna
Wow.
juice her up, and they say, "Sorry, you can't bring Toto in with you. Sorry."
What a risk. And then they threw Toto in a blender.
Then she like escapes. There's a lightning storm. She falls down a hill into a fucking river. It's
Horrifying.
not. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm too scared to watch it now.
Yeah.
Watch it. It's fucking twisted.
Wow.
Jim Henson was a fucking animal.
Yeah, he was.
He really was, man.
I love that.
But
scene.
who
was a
wrote
machine.
Jim Henson didn't write it, though, right?
No, Return to Oz is one of the books. Apparently, all the books are like dark.
Oh, so like the first one was the one that fucked up.
Yeah,
The fir-
there's a bunch of Oz books.
Really?
Yeah, like Frank Baum or something. Frank L. Baum.
Wow.
But there's more. Like there is a Return to Oz and a fucking like the somethings of Oz or some such bullshit. But I don't. I don't. There's Michael Jackson's The Wiz.
The Wiz is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scary in different ways.
Yeah, it's just socially scary.
I want to bring up the saddest Jim Henson thing of all time. I'm going to see if it
I'm
was.
talking about the funeral.
It wasn't the Oh.
Do,
No, it
do you
was
see the
closer.
funeral with
No.
Big Bird sings to Jim Henson at his fucking funeral?
Oh,
Because if I got,
man.
thank God there was a gun in the house.
Yeah.
I would have just painted the walls. I said, you know what? I had a good run. Let's wrap this up.
Jim Henson's funeral, Big Bird sings a song.
Oh,
Was
And
it,
it's like,
was it Rainbow
Sorry you're
Connection?
dead.
No, you
It
freak.
was.
It was like Rainbow
Sorry
Connection.
you're dead, bound under the rainbow.
wow.
Look, they hook her up to a fucking machine. That's another thing. There's a fucking queen.
You
with
have to
the-
explain because this is a visual. you're
Okay,
doing visual
so
things.
in Return to Oz, she goes to see some queen, okay?
Right.
The queen's got no head. She's got
Multiple
all
heads.
these glass fucking cases, and in those cases are heads, and she just changes
Shows
the
the-
head.
yeah.
She just changes heads as she like wants to, and she sees Dorothy, goes, "Oh, you're young and cute. I want your fucking head." Right?
yeah.
This is the fucking shit they do, and they got to do this because this bitch in one of her head cases,
Yeah.
there's a powder that makes shit alive. So what they do is they make
Oh, so cocaine.
yeah. Holla. You
Yeah.
know what? You know that's right.
Yeah.
They take a couch and they put this like moose head on it, and they put these like palm fronds.
Oh, yeah, that's how
so
they
they
fly around.
sprinkle it and turn this thing into like a fucking flying Frankenstein.
couch,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a nightmare.
Imagine you come to consciousness and you're like, "Oh, life! Oh my God, I'm a moose head couch flying machine."
Jeez Christ!
now.
I'm an abomination.
I am held together by ropes.
Kill me!
Please.
Send me back.
Why would you make this?
Dude, the saddest thing I want to say, the saddest thing in my fucking childhood was the cover of Time Life magazine. It was Kermit turning around on Jim Henson's director chair with a tear in his eye. And it was like when they
Some- yeah.
announced that Jim Henson had died. And it was like,
You want to something even
Jesus
more
Christ.
fucked up? Let me tell you even something more fucked up.
What?
When I was a kid, and I was always drawn and all this shit, I knew with 100% certainty that I was going to go work for Jim Henson. That was what I wanted to do. I wanted
Yeah.
to make movies. I'm going to drum. I'm going to make the fucking puppets. I could do all this twist. It's going to be fucking great. I found out that Jim Henson died, and that ceased. Like I remember going like, well, fuck it, I don't even. That's
Yeah, you
it.
can't,
Oh,
you
I
can't
went
worship
there.
at the throne of the king
I-
anymore.
Call Mr. Rogers. I'm going to his place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember being like heartbroken.
Yeah.
Like my
It was
whole.
so heartbreaking.
I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
There
go.
were two things that fucked me up as a kid: Jim Henson's death and Willie when Willie died.
Yeah, that was rough.
Willie was our dog.
He was our first dog.
Yeah, it was our first dog. He was good.
Oh.
Willie.
I have a Willie tattoo.
Really? Oh yeah, I remember that.
On a
Yeah,
little
poor-
bone.
Poor old Willie. Yeah, him singing that. I think if though in pure Jim Henson, he really should have just put a bunch of strings attached to his body and have himself come out of the
It's kinda-
casket like, "How y'all doing? I'm
Oh,
back." And people would just be like,
man.
"Jesus Christ!" He was like, "I always like freaking people out."
Yeah, he
Makes
jumps out, he
himself a
rips
puppet.
off his own fucking head, and then throws it into the fucking into the pews of the church.
Oh,
There's two
man.
things I, Jim Henson, love. Is teaching children about numbers and also rocking their brains with horrifying memories that they will cherish forever. I don't know, like,
Preventing
yeah,
them from sleeping.
Yeah. Dude, in the Muppet movie, or it was like, maybe it was like when they chased down Big Bird, there was like this parade, and it was just a bunch of magic mushrooms running around. And it was like, that's when I found out, I was like, oh, drugs. Like, these guys are on drugs.
Yeah, they're twisted fucking hippies.
what was that Muppet movie? It was Follow That Bird.
Follow that
Where
bird.
they kidnap Big Bird.
Paint him blue.
Paint him blue.
Call him the blue bird of happiness. He's in a cage, swinging on a little like bird swing, crying, singing the song "I'm the blue bird of happiness."
so
And there's like
blue.
four little kids at the circus going, "He's not happy at all.
Yeah.
He's sad." Like
It's
this
the guy whipping the bird from behind,
And-
whipping Big Bird, our
Jim
hero.
Henson, that sick fuck. So we're at the movie, right? We're like, yo, it's gonna be a Sesame Street movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the fucking bomb. They're like, oh, really? Guess what? They kidnap Big Bird.
Yeah.
They paint him blue, the color of sadness, and we're gonna put him in a cell. And he's
Yeah.
gonna sing about being happy, but he's gonna be crying.
Was
We're
there
gonna
also,
make
like-
a puppet cry.
Hope you're ready for therapy.
Was there also like a villain Big Bird too? Like an older woman Big Bird who was mean?
The teacher. There was like a teacher Big Bird.
I don't know if I remember her, but
She
I
was
barely do.
she looked like Big Bird, but like she was like pinkish. She was a full blown bitch.
What was her problem? What was her problem?
She was trying. No. You know what it was? Because Big Bird didn't have a family,
Yeah.
so she was going to take Big Bird to go live where the birds with no families live.
Oh yeah.
And they're like,
Big
Big
Bird
Bird
did
does
have
have a family,
Snuffleupagus.
a multicultural. And there's a fucking kid in a wheelchair somewhere probably too. And Muppets. We're all a family on this street. And yeah, he lives in an alley by a homeless marijuana monster. That's fine.
So one of his friend lives in a trash can.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The
Yeah,
marijuana
marijuana
monster that
monster.
lives in the garbage.
Oscar the Grouch is a
Yeah.
marijuana monster?
You ever look at him? He just looks like a fucking nug with fucking ping pong ball strapped to his fucking face. He comes out and is like, I fucking hate you, kid.
Oh man,
Oh, he's such a
Oscar
grouch.
is just trash weed.
He's
That's
like, oh,
hilarious.
He just smells like skunks.
Yeah, a fun fact. Did you realize? I didn't realize this until I was like, I don't know, 38. No one else can see Snuffleupagus?
So at one point they come through, they find him at the end because they didn't believe Big Bird at all. Big Bird's like, my friend was here. And they're like, what's he look like? He's a giant brown woolly
Elephant
mammoth.
Harry.
And they're like, all right, player. Relax.
Shut up, you big crazy
You've been
bird.
hanging out with Oscar the Grouch too much, I think.
And I always love that they would like I felt like the whole goal was like, hey, these puppeteers, they're doing a lot, but let's fuck with them. What harder things can we make them do? And they did like a Big Bird on roller skates once.
Oh,
and it was
my
like,
God.
why
he
would
roller
you make
skated.
that guy do that? Why would you make him do that? That's just difficult.
And the thing was, fucking, no one noticed, but Big Bird had like a fucking Bob Dole hand. Right?
Oh yeah, because he can only control one arm.
One of his arms was an arm, and then the other one's working the mouth, and the other hand was just like holding a pen.
You know why that's from, right?
What?
That's from the time he used the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Big Bird was
Big
grabbed
Bird
the
actually
gauntlet.
saved the universe.
Yes, fucked his arm up.
And he,
Bob Dolan.
Yeah.
Use my strong hand. Yeah.
yeah, but you don't want to get hit with that left though. Big Bird will knock your ass the fuck out. One hitter.
Yeah.
He didn't
That's
he
so
didn't like
funny.
the fight. He liked peace. But
He
don't
could.
come down on these streets.
Dude, he'll stomp your fucking
he's
head
got
with those
hands.
legs.
Yeah, he's got hands.
Yeah.
Well,
Big Bird,
hand.
boy or girl?
Why? It's one we don't need to do that.
I'm asking.
Non-binary.
We don't need to put your shit that you need on him
No,
for
I'm
his
asking
life.
if it was ever confirmed.
Clearly
I don't think so.
non-binary.
Yeah.
Clearly non-binary.
He was third.
Yeah.
He was third.
Did you ever hear that shit that came out that one time when they were like, Big Bird's gay, is he not Big Bird, Bert and Ernie are gay, blah, blah, blah. And they're like,
Oh,
they're not
God,
gay.
yeah.
And then the Sesame Street came out and they were like, they're puppets.
Yeah.
They're puppets. What are you people talking about?
They were-
They're not real.
They're
Why,
children.
And I was
We
like,
made
you're
them up.
freaks.
It's
They're
the
children.
best answer and also the worst answer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's the best because it's like, yeah, fuck you. It's the worst because it's like,
No
what
answer.
do you, what
No
do you mean
answer.
they're not real?
Yeah.
What do you mean? They're real to me. They're absolutely
I'm like
real.
they're kids.
Who lived in their own apartment by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what they were?
Bert and Ernie
Responsible.
weren't kids.
They were. They were.
No.
They were kids. They were like little kids.
No, they were Muppets. I don't know if they're kids.
They
We're
were
doing
just-
the same thing.
they were
They
just
had their own
responsible.
apartment. No parents.
Yeah.
I think they were kids. I just
They were
think
they were dinks.
They were brothers?
They were dinks. Double income, no kids.
Joe was Bert. I was Ernie. I don't know if that was
Okay.
ever confirmed. That's how I saw it.
Ernie took a lot of baths. Maybe they were gay. He spent a
Well,
lot
I
of time
mean,
in that tub.
They could have clearly been gay,
and singing.
and I'm be fine to be gay.
Yeah.
But the truth was,
Listen, if
they
anyone
were
was going to
Muppets.
have a fucking gay guy on it, was Sesame Street because they were
course.
open to everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
You
I
know-
also think that they were just like we just made a thing, and like that's it.
Yeah.
This is what they do.
Yeah.
You
No,
know, like
no.
we're friends and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, they could have been fucking. Who cares? They were too
Yeah.
young to fuck.
Yeah, they were
Yeah, I
kids,
don't-
man. All they want to do is
Yeah.
collect their bottle caps, play with the rubber duckies.
bottle caps.
He loved a good bottle cap.
Yeah. Hey, you gonna throw that out?
He's probably running through that trash, going, Oscar, what you got for me, dog?
Check this out. I don't know if he's going to remember this or not. I was dating this girl, Colleen, in high school. Big girlfriend for me. For Christmas, she gets me.
Come on, Colleen.
She got me a Sleep and Snore Ernie, which I had. Which I put into like this Foot Locker, and the thing every night out of nowhere would just go, "I'm so sleepy. I'll take a nap." Prompted to nothing. It would just come alive
Terrifying.
in this fucking thing. And you'd be like, it would be freak us all out. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That Sleep and Snore Ernie I had that would just be in a bit, and
Why
the
did she
batteries
get you
never
that?
died because I loved Ernie. I loved Ernie. It was weird in high school. We were kids. Oh, fuck you.
Bert and Ernie weren't gay.
Joe was out.
But I know who was.
having abortions. Joe was in high school having abortions, and he's mad at me
Whoosh.
because I kept a childhood.
First of all,
Fucking-
I didn't make anyone ever have an abortion.
You just threw the baby out.
No.
I didn't say you made them, but you were probably you were out. He was out doing crazy things.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Not living.
Burying toys.
Mm-hmm. Burying something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of all, if you could bring, who would you rather bring back to life?
Jim Henson.
Yeah, I think he's the number one guy. Morph.
That was simultaneously awesome and fuck you.
Morph died in the first episode. No one gave a shit.
Wolverine gave a shit.
Broke my heart.
Morph!
Let's make the first episode really dark and someone dies.
Let's
Yeah.
set
Let's
the
set the
tone.
tone.
But not a real X-Men. And he came back with darkness under his eyes, and he was a jerk.
That was his whole thing. Yeah, he had bags under his eyes. That meant he was
Dick
a villain.
Morph.
Morph
Yeah.
just had X-Men costume on. It was just like
Yeah.
yellow, blue. Before you become anybody, it's just
Yeah.
a standard
Yeah.
yellow and blue, and a bomber jacket. It was old Cyclops' old jacket.
And the bags under his eyes. I remember that meant he was a villain. And then I would look at my mom, and my mom would have bags. And I was like, is she bad? Like, what are they
Yeah,
saying?
she's not sleeping. She's drinking.
Yeah.
Abuela's home with the
Abuela.
bags under. I mean, we want to get
What
into.
do you want to bring back? But you want to bring back who and what was it?
I was gonna say, like, is there anybody more you'd want? Who you?
No.
More. My number two people I could bring back to life. Top three, I would go with, who I think died before their time. Jim Henson, Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
I know, but I know that like I'm a comedian. I love comedy.
Yeah.
He died before his time. And,
Yeah.
He
See, I
was
would
like
want
an
I would
amazing
want
comedian.
Greg Giraldo back. That's what I would.
Over Mitch.
Yeah, for me.
Greg was amazing, but Mitch Hedberg was like.
I forgot
yeah.
that Greg Giraldo died.
Yeah, and also Greg had like a longer career. Greg had been doing comedy a longer time.
but that's
and
what I think. Greg was on the. I agree. I mean, this is a
Patrice.
hard
We're
left.
talking
but
comedians,
Patrice,
but
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Patrice is.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't
I was
know.
talking about Jim Henson bringing him back to life because we went through
then
all of
we
our
just went
topics.
straight
Now
to
we're talking
Mitch.
about dead comedians.
Straight to Mitch.
I'm sorry. Why are you mad all
This
of a
is a
sudden?
Trojan
Your
horse.
energy is
I'm
no
not
good.
mad.
It's a Trojan
feel it.
horse.
The trailer for the new Dark Crystal, though,
Yeah.
is everything I wanted.
That's how you get us back on
Does,
track.
it's going to be Netflix, too. Not even a
Oh,
movie.
it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, they're just going to
Gonna
nail
have a proper budget.
Yeah, and
Is it a
it doesn't look like a
continuation?
lot of CGI. No, it's a prequel.
It's a prequel. So
Cool.
I should probably watch it before.
There's like gelflings out and about. Like
What
it-
was Dark Crystal? You got to explain Dark
so
Crystal again. I
the
don't remember the story. 'cause it's-
the Skeksis.
Tell us, Papa Joe.
The Skeksis make this machine that sucks the life energy out of gelflings into them, and it keeps them young.
that's another
That
just
sounds crazy.
So I'm
dark fucking thing of them
yeah,
to
it's
do.
fucked up. So when they get to Dark Crystal, they're doing those other little dudes because they don't think there's any gelflings left. Like they want gelflings that good shit,
So they're out of Gelflings.
but they can't get gelflings because they've gotten them. Like
They
they're
start mating them.
yeah.
and breeding
Let
them.
me just say, without having seen the prequel that's coming out on Netflix, it ends poorly
Oh.
because
See, that's why I
I've
hate
seen
fucking prequels.
I've seen the sequel, and whereas there's many Gelflings in the prequel trailer, there are 2 Gelflings in the Dark Crystal
movie,
proper.
And those are like the kind of looks like a human.
They're like
Muppet
elvish.
thing,
Yeah, the little
thing.
elvish. They're very
Too close to.
they're
so
very
this
proud.
This is about genocide.
Hang on,
Okay,
what's
great.
that? What's
It's-
that thing called? It's called like the. It's like the gap of reality or something when things look too close to reality that it makes you look weird.
Uncanny Valley.
The uncanny valley.
Yeah.
That's kind of what those Muppets were for Muppets because they looked too close to humans.
Well,
that
that
it
was
would
Jim
freak
Henson's
you
whole
out.
thing. Like Jim
Yeah.
Henson's whole thing was like, I want this to look fucked up, but maybe it's too real.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that guy Froud is the guy that he designed.
Who's Froud?
Froud was this artist who like draws like fairies and shit, and
Yeah.
Jim Henson had like a boner for this dude.
Yeah.
So like all the Dark Crystal aliens and all the fucking Labyrinth goblins, they're all based on the work of this Brian Froud, and the little brother from Labyrinth
Mhm.
is Toby Froud. That's this guy's baby.
Toby.
Wow.
He's this Brian. I think it's
Oh.
Brian Froud. You can find his books.
Toby.
Like,
Remember Toby? That's
his
name in the
books. You could find their books everywhere. He's famous. His
Yeah.
artwork is famous. And when you look at them, sometimes you don't realize. You look at them and you go, "Oh yeah, these are fucking Gelflings. These are fucking goblins. Like they're his artwork that Jim Henson just came across and goes, I'm gonna make all my shit look like this."
So they want to kill these things. They want to take their energy.
Yeah, they want to suck their
Dark
juice
Crystal.
out because the crystal comes down under the ground and they're like strapped in these chairs and the juice goes in and then all the Skeksis stand around and the power comes out of the crystal from them into them and they get younger. Like even in Dark Crystal, there's this scene where the wrinkles like flatten out, like you know like an Oil of Olay commercial or some
Oh,
shit.
nice.
All the wrinkles go
It's a
away.
great commercial.
Yeah, it's a good commercial.
Yeah, but that's why I don't like fucking prequels because it's like then you know where they're going, you know it ends horribly.
Yeah, but you don't know how.
But you
I
do
love
want to
hope.
see it.
I
It
love
is cool
hope.
to see it, though. I mean, that was the appeal of like the
anything,
prequels and
any
Star Wars,
fucking
that you
more
get to-
Dark Crystal shit I can get.
I don't like any.
I
pretty
wrote it.
much-
Did I ever tell you I have a fucking maybe 2/3 of a script for a sequel to Labyrinth?
No.
It's fucking real dark.
You tell us? No, you don't want to ruin it.
I don't want
Save
to ruin
it.
it because when I get the call, they're like, "Joe, can you
By
write this
HBO
shit?"
when you get the
Of
HBO
course.
call.
Well, Netflix.
Netflix,
Netflix is
yeah,
gonna hit
yeah.
me up.
The only prequel I like is Better Call Saul. It's the only one I really
it's
like.
really good.
What other prequels are good?
Yeah,
Why are we doing prequels? Because you know the ending.
but the thing is, like, Saul doesn't
prequels
die
is a good
in
question.
he doesn't die or anything in fucking Breaking Bad.
No.
You know what I
No,
mean? He's just
and
like a
he's a
fucking
side
lawyer's doing
character.
okay. So like that works as a prequel.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't get to the end.
Except for Mike.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but Mike is great.
He's great.
God
Yeah.
bless
he's
Mike
great.
Armentrout.
Mike, yeah, God bless him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. They're doing a Black Widow fucking sequel, and it's like
Yeah,
prequel.
so-
They think it's a prequel. I saw pictures of Taskmaster. He looks like Lord Zed from the Power Rangers.
He's not
No.
Taskmaster, is he?
We don't know. We don't know. They won't
Ah.
even confirm that they're making a Black Widow movie,
Right.
even though they technically started
Well,
filming.
I
it.
saw
They
the
won't come out
Zed
and
guy
say
like
it.
standing on the top of a tank, but I
Yeah.
don't know if that's Black Widow or
Supposedly, I think it's Taskmaster,
So,
but I don't know. We don't know. It could also be CGI added to that. We don't know. It's purple. He's blue. It looks weird. That could just be a suit he's wearing for 5 minutes. He's
Right.
got to have the real skull.
He's got to have the skull.
He's got to have
Or
the real
skull
skull.
res-
and the
assembling.
shield. Yeah, I need that whole thing. Yeah. So
Remember you talked shit on me for bourbon before?
Yeah, that's because that's my thing.
Oh.
Hey, he was good with it. He was good
Listen,
with
my
it.
Fair
bits.
enough.
The Black Widow movie, yeah, they're saying that the recent stills were that she was in a 2017 BMW with the actress from Fighting with My Family who played Paige.
Oh yeah,
She's in this movie as well as the young new Black Widow.
who she was training.
What
Is that
we're
we think?
we're putting together is that while this is all going on, she has been training this other Black Widow.
And so she's the next Black Widow.
So she's the next
I
Black
don't
Widow.
care.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see.
I don't know. I'm really worried about the Marvel MCU, except the new
Womp
Spider-Man.
I am not at all worried. This is gonna be
They
great.
know what they're doing.
This summer, is it the end of July? It's either the end of July, but beginning of August. They're going. Was it Disney? Was
Plus.
it D23, which is their big
Festival.
con? Yeah, Disney Con. They're gonna do an announcement of all the next phase.
What do you think they're gonna do?
They're gonna do well. They're definitely know they're doing Black Widow. They're doing.
I think they're doing Nova, and Nova's showing up in the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
I hope so.
I hated what they did with the Nova Corps.
Yeah, they played
I'm
him
a
as a
Nova.
goon.
I like
Why did you?
Nova
Me too. But why did you hate it? It was so small and
because
so
they didn't
little.
look like Nova to me. They looked kind of trashy.
Well,
Yeah, well, I think that when they make Nova, he'll look more like Nova and he'll look cool.
Yeah, but
I hope.
Nova,
I hope if they do Nova. Well, first of all, this guy John C. Reilly was Nova's dad,
and
right?
I don't know.
I don't know. We
no,
don't
no,
know.
no, because Nova,
He was-
Nova's dad, the newest Nova is that young Spanish kid from New Mexico. His dad is a Nova, and his
Right.
mom lives on Earth. The Nova before that was Richard Rider.
Richard Rider.
Yeah.
Who had his arm cut off and
Yeah, but
The
but the
fucking-
thing is, like, it's like they draw their power from the Nova Force. They're not like super. They're not like Captain Marvel in the Marvel Universe powerful, but they're powerful.
Yeah.
The Nova Corps were like cops with like weird metal helmets.
You know, they're just Green Lanterns.
Their ships were cool.
They're pretty much Green Lanterns.
Nah, but they
The
can't.
Nova Corps
no,
was
no,
like
no.
Green Lanterns.
They're
Essentially, space.
they're
police.
like space cops, but there weren't like that many. There was like it was like Green Lanterns. There's like one per sector or so.
Quadrant or
I
whatever.
love a sector or a quadrant pull.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, one per Earth, one per planet. No.
This
we
is
do
my
sectors.
jurisdiction.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
they're like cool and they
Good
like
on
fly around
sector.
space and they like do
Yeah.
stuff. But
I hope they do it. I hope if they do know if they're doing Nova, which I think they are. I hope we get a glimpse of Thanos absolutely shitting on Xandar,
Well, I think that's what the movie's going to be.
and it starts from there. And like it's about
Because
like
they
a Nova
totally-
trying to turn that back.
Yeah, they totally were like Xandar got devastated off
screen.
So it's like, oh, they're doing something. You can't just be like,
Utterly smeared.
You
No.
just-
wait,
Yeah.
would it be
telling me-
Thanos or would
Hang
it
on,
be the
Ronan.
Ronan the Accuser doing it?
No, Thanos was the one who destroyed
Because he gets a
Xandar
power
to
stone.
get the
So he gets
power
a power
stone.
stone.
To get the power
He
stone.
already has it at
off
the beginning.
screen.
Yeah, they're just like,
Everything
oh,
in Guardians of the Galaxy, everything they did in Guardians of the Galaxy was
for naught.
done off screen.
Yeah.
So I think clearly they're going to be like, oh, well, we'll show you what happened there.
I'd love
give
just
Josh
a little-
Brolin another check.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Give our old friend a check.
Yeah,
That'd be
'cause
cool.
He was the best.
I also heard that they're going to do what's his name's. They got what's her name playing the girlfriend. They're bringing Rocket Raccoon's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Who's
yeah.
she supposed to be? Who the actress?
Delilah.
Miley Cyrus.
Well, no, Miley.
Lady Gaga.
Yes. Okay.
Lady
that's
Gaga's
fine.
going to play.
And watch her crush it. Well, Miley Cyrus is already in the MCU.
Hold on.
Yes, I forgot. Yeah.
When you say Rocket Raccoon's girlfriend, do you mean Rocket Raccoon will have a girlfriend, or do you mean fucking the actor who plays
Rocket Raccoon is going to have a girlfriend who's also a raccoon. She's from
There's
the
another
Marvel universe. I can't
there's
think
another
of her name
raccoon.
off the top of my head.
because
And she's going to be voiced
what
by
is Rocket Raccoon's name?
Lady Gaga.
No.
When you ask me a question, you have to let me finish the
You're talking
question.
about Bradley Cooper.
You have to let
Bradley
me talk.
Cooper
Yes.
is married to a woman who is not Lady Gaga.
Yes.
Well, and yeah, Irana Shayk.
They made a
Irana
movie
Shayk.
together.
yes.
So
And she was jealous of Lady Gaga in the.
I think they actually. I think
They
Bradley
split?
Cooper made a split with Irana Shrink or Irana
Yeah, his wife
Shayk.
maybe to be with Lady Gaga because they had such Lady Lila. So Lady Lila is gonna be played by Lady Gaga.
Well, that's.
The
All right.
voice. Yeah.
Oh, so
but
you're
she's
gonna
a
get
great
Bradley
actress.
Cooper, and then you're gonna get Lady Gaga. So they're just gonna do the was it Born a Star? What was that movie that they
A
just
Star
did?
is Born?
Stars Born.
A Born a Star.
Born a Star. So they're gonna do
Great
Stars
movie.
Born
in space.
in space in the MCU.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Fine. That's
Did
fine.
you
A supernova.
did you guys read that article about that EVE Online thing?
what?
That okay?
Eve
Eve
Online?
Online is phenomenal.
Okay, so EVE Online is, as I understand it, it's basically you build like a space team.
EVE Online is a
It's a
massive
whole-
multiplayer game.
Yeah, but you build battleships and you like control an area and
Yeah.
like resources, right?
Yeah, so it's a MMO. It's legitimately like just charting space,
Right,
like from scratch.
So did you hear what happened?
Yeah, I read the whole article.
The
It was
the
crazy.
so the
Did you hear about
publishers
this?
Yes,
just launched a massive invasion of like one of their alien races that are just attacking everyone.
The drifters.
And people don't know what to do. They don't know
Yeah.
what's going on, and they
It's
are
great.
butthurt. They're like,
oh, it's great.
well, I've been working on this. I've been working on my federation here for months and months, and these guys
Well,
are
spending real money.
Not only that,
Spending
real money, real time. Hold
real
on,
time.
let's back this up even further. So before this all happened, and
I just feel like maybe we should explain to casual
Sure.
listeners what this is because most
did.
people
this is a
don't know
hard
what
left
Eve
conversation, but
is.
it's
Yeah.
very interesting.
You both explained it. It's a
So
multi-
EVE Online is a video game. It's a massive multiplayer online game
This is-
where you chart space, you build your own ship, you build your ship up. You can join colonies of other actual players. It's literally just a space sim, straight up.
And
Right. So-
people use real time, like
Oh my God.
23 real hours to
Yeah,
do real things.
Oh, it's even crazier than that. So this game's been going on for years, right? And for years,
Like 14 years.
for a long time,
I didn't know it was that old.
It
Yeah.
has ramped up recently. For years, there was hints at this alien race, and people have just been like building up their bases. It's been like a community thing and whatnot. The developers are just like, hey, it's been like 13 years since we did anything crazy. Do you want to just do crazy shit? They're like, yeah, that's fine. So the aliens showed up to one person out of nowhere. The aliens showed up, shut their ship off, and left. And this one guy goes, "Oh, guys!" shows the rest of the internet community, "Alien, they're here, they're back." That was a year ago. So then,
really?
Hold on. So then 4 months, it was 4 months ago. There was this whole. The publisher's like, "We're opening a wormhole to uncharted space. It's going to be an 8-month journey." Who's in?
Wait, who asked this?
The developers of the game were like, "We're opening this wormhole. We need only 20,000 players are allowed to chart this new galaxy. Who wants in?" So it was this huge thing to get to be one of the 20,000 people, but you had to like prove like
Your worth?
You had to show like I'm dedicated, because it was like you're literally being dropped in uncharted space.
Yeah.
And just, okay, go now, chart this new universe. So these 20,000 people were like, "Yeah, we'll do it." So they were leaving the base game and everything they had to literally go on this fake digital experience where they would go chart this new galaxy, and as it's going on, they were like, "Ha ha!" and they fucked him up with aliens.
Wait, that's when they sent the drifters in?
Yeah, like that.
Well,
was
no. The drifters is new because the drifters are attacking
everything, destroying
Everything.
all of the
Oh,
world.
okay, so this is
is
outside
not
of that.
This is after. This is
Yes.
like within the last
Outside of
couple
that.
weeks.
Oh,
dude.
man,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
These drifters, which were
can't
apparently
keep
like a
track.
small kind of whatever race, they'd fuck with you, didn't run away.
Yeah.
Now they're getting like hundreds and hundreds of them attacking everyone at once,
destroying
awesome.
everything everyone has
God.
built.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Apparently, there's like YouTube videos of people like talking to each other, panicking, going, "Is anyone else being attacked right now?"
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and they're like, they're not stopping.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
are losing their fucking minds.
Yeah.
And I find this to be the most incredible.
It's
I'm like,
fantastic.
I want to play this game now just to watch people fucking be destroyed.
Yeah,
I
no,
love
I'm
that.
talking about these are bases people have been building
For years.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love
For
it.
And
years.
these
And
people
the developers were like, "You back at square one."
They're
boys."
just showing up, destroying everything.
Yeah.
Now, and the thing that's funny is that like people are finding ways to like kill them. They're like, "Oh, we'll follow them this way," and then they'll
Yeah.
follow you in your thing, and you can kill them that way. But a million more respawn,
Yeah.
and there's nothing anyone can
Well,
do.
that's what they were saying on the article is like people knew how to deal with drifters. Like there was a thing like, oh, you can attack them and have them follow you, and when they follow you, that's when you get your other guys to get them. But they're not doing that shit anymore. Apparently,
Oh,
like
really?
their tactics have changed.
They must have changed like the meta. Yeah. Like
yeah.
they-
So
Yeah.
like, and the thing is, people are talking to developers, and developers are like,
yeah,
we don't know.
it's like-
Yeah, because the developers
Well,
aren't saying they're like, we
No.
don't know what they are. We've heard there's a disruption, but we don't really know of it.
So
and it's just one guy just
what-
jerking off. People said people were saying they were like, oh, this could be someone who hacked the game because the developers.
that was how fucked up it was. Yeah, people thought like it was like a bug or
Yeah.
a hack,
Yeah.
but they're like,
But just all the developers turned their phones on airplane mode and went, "Fuck all you. We care about nothing."
Yep.
But that's so
In
so
my-
nihilistic.
in my head, what this actually is there's a bunch of like gamer nerds who have just been bitching on like message boards,
Sure.
so that every one of the developers was just like, you know what? They all started their own little teams and just started attacking the real players.
Oh my
like it's just
God.
developers playing. They're going,
Yeah.
and the thing is like whenever they die, they just like boop, start a new one, and they're just I love it. I think
It's got to be some sort of like long play. Like they wanted to destroy everything that these people have to see
reset
if,
it.
A, if they'll rebuild, but also B, if it'll push them towards jumping in that wormhole too. Maybe that's what's going on.
What's the truth? What the truth is,
It's all just a massive server migration. They're just trying to-
the truth is there's 3 people right now who have never played the game
talking about
are
the game.
talking about this game.
Yeah.
excitedly. I
Excitedly. I want to
Genius.
play it.
That's how
Yeah.
games should be.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
looked it up. I was like, I want to play this game. And I looked up how to play. Impossible.
Oh my God!
You have
it's
to be
like
a real
28
astronaut.
Keys. Yeah, it's like hard.
It's
like
all like
literally
clicking on
hard
things.
life.
Yeah. I
It's
was like,
like,
I don't do this.
Do you remember? There was a Rick and Morty episode where they went to this like space arcade.
Yeah,
And they played Ron, the
Yeah.
game, and it was just some dude's life that you live for 28 years. Like that's this game. This
Yeah.
game is like they drop you
It's
in.
great.
I talked to
yeah,
one
it's
of my
great.
buddies. I'm like, yo, maybe I'll play this game. He's like, no. And
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
no.
He goes, dude, you don't even like. It's like, no.
You're not
Yeah.
smart enough.
He goes like, he's like, you're 40. You can't. You can't start now.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
that's the case with a lot of these
All
like
right.
games as a service kind of thing that are meant to be like played forever. Is that when you join it, it's like World of Warcraft. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this. I play this game called Destiny. Like it's the same thing. Like you jump in and you're like, holy, I want to do the cool shit. Okay, great. Well, get all the way back there. Do all this shit from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then if you get there, maybe join a clan and and then
Maybe.
you're playing.
Yeah.
Maybe. So it's like it's tough. It's a tough road. You have to either get in the ground floor or join, and you just have to have a friend who could vouch for you. Like, you gotta be like, oh yeah, no, he's cool.
He's
His
cool.
ship looks like shit, but he's got good character.
Yeah,
He'll be, he could read a map.
But that's the thing, it's like it's like. I don't even know where
tough.
that's going.
It's-
I don't
well-
want to do the game. I
let's-
don't want to do this.
I don't wanna do it.
Let's quit this and play the game.
I want to watch other people panic and
This
like
is-
lose their minds.
Oh, what I was saying is,
Let's start the Cerebros Guild.
it's like if
of
your
EVE
life
Online.
just sucks. It's like fuck it. I'll just do this for the rest of my life.
yeah.
I'll be a space adventurer. I'm never going to real space,
No.
but I'll go into that wormhole.
Right.
Check that shit out.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not getting laid. Well, I'm doing all right over here.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I'm a commander of this rogue fleet, but whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah.
that's so crazy. I think that's fucking awesome.
It is. Yeah.
Like I can
Yeah.
because I remember when World of Warcraft first started, like they first put it. I played that game like the second week it came out.
Yeah.
And I wasn't a gamer
No.
or anything, but I like
Right.
fantasy shit. And I'm like looking at them, going, this seems interesting.
Yeah.
I plugged the game in. I sat down. I played that game for 72 hours straight as
Yeah.
a fucking dwarf.
Chasing
And I'm
the
like,
dragon.
Yeah, no, it was fucked up. Like I remember looking up and going, I've been playing this game for 12 hours.
Yes, I remember
I had
that.
never done anything
Yeah.
for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And I said, I need to stop.
Yeah.
I stopped. I went to the bathroom. I ate, and I went right back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because everything is connected, and it just keeps
They-
pulling you forward.
They call them treadmill games.
yeah.
That's what they
Why?
are.
What's
They call them
treadmill? I don't
treadmill
understand
games.
it.
So it's a game where like it's a treadmill. It goes on forever,
Oh.
but you get in, but you constantly are making progress, but you'll never get there.
Wow.
So it literally is like a carrot on a stick. It's like you're constantly chasing. Yeah, I mean, which is fun when you're like doing the top level stuff, but like it's such a long ramp to you have to get so many things and
When
you
I,
need
when I played World of Warcraft, I was a dwarf guy. So
very on brand.
I was playing, yeah, exactly. I was playing for the longest time, and I ended up, at one point I was just like, I was losing my mind. So I started running around and just started working up my unarmed combat. I was running around punching people.
Yeah.
I found at some point some other dwarf running around punching people.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. He was like, oh my God.
Are we a clan now, bro?
We didn't talk. We just started running around together.
Yeah.
Fist fighting.
Yeah.
We started a guild, and there was like 12 of us who would we either had nothing in our hands or a mug of beer.
Yeah.
We ran around as dwarves and just fist fought things.
Yeah.
And people were just like, you assholes. And we're like, ah! Like,
Yeah.
And it was the
It's
most
so
fucking
crazy.
fun.
Dude, when I used to play GTA online so much. And
Yeah.
one day I just flying. You'd break into the base. You'd steal jets.
Yeah.
Right. One day I break into the base. I look to the left. There's somebody else who also jumped the fence, and we don't shoot each other. And we both go, and we both make a break for these jets. Next thing I know, we're both escaping the base, and we're doing Blue Angels, right? And then we're doing like we're just in sync, doing like these air things together.
Yeah.
We're doing loops, and then all of a sudden, somebody else just signs on. I don't know if this was this guy's friend. Now there's 3 jets. We're just doing fucking flying V's through the sky, killing
Kenny
one.
Loggins.
landing, coming
I'm
back up,
proud to
trying to
be
fly
an
through
American.
streets, just having a great time doing nothing.
Yeah.
I remember at one point we tried to do, I don't know how, we weren't talking to each other,
Right.
But we tried to do Top Gun, where you'd go upside down on a MiG, It was impossible. We
Yeah.
crashed, we died.
Yeah.
But like that's the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a good time. I gotta take a shit.
Good.
Literally, we have to stop this because I'm gonna shit my pants.
All right. Cerebros.
Follow
Thanks,
us
guys.
on all things.
That's right.
Oh yeah, gotta do plugs. Greg F Stone is on Instagram. Greg Stone _ Follow me. Check out my dates on my website. Joe, what's your thing?
At JSS13 on Twitter, at 666JSS on Instagram. It's Cerebros Podcast on Twitter or Cerebros Pod on Twitter.
Look it
I
up.
think
got
it's Cerebros. I think it's just Cerebros.
I think it's Cerebros
we really gotta get good
Podcast.
at this.
I've been farting so much; it smells so bad.
It's
It's
awful.
Greg
Cerebros
is going to
official.
get this place.
Oh no, that's the email. That's
That's
the
the
email.
YouTube? That's
That's
the
the
email.
email.
Oh, boy.
Twitter is Cerebros official.
Boy.
Oh boy, that's the password. Oh boy.
Greg is on borrowed time. He's
It's a race against him shitting his pants.
Oh boy, I am sweating. Let me look it up here.
That's fine.
No, you should tell the people so they can follow it. It'd
Yeah.
be nice. It'd be nice to have you follow it.
The
Yeah.
Twitter
It'll be
is
posted
Cerebros Podcast. At Cerebros Podcast
Great.
is the Twitter, and the Instagram is
Go right
Cerebros Pod. At Cerebros Pod is the Instagram. At Cerebros Podcast is the Twitter. We use it.
And we out.
And thanks for coming. CUMMING. Peace.
Cerebros.